Hi, UK main home is there's always been a relief so that it's not taxed for capital gains tax. Capital gains tax in the UK on property sales is taxed at either 18 or 28%. There's also a purchase tax, a stamp duty when you purchase a property, and things have really tightened up since 2015. How does that affect expats? An expat, when they're going to live and work abroad, can potentially still get the private residence relief if they dispose of the property within 9 months of going abroad, even if some of the other conditions aren't met during that time. Um, but if it is your main property and it's been your main home, and you've not let part of it out, so once you rent out the property for any period of time, it's not going to be considered as your main property, or it could not be considered as your main property. If it's a large property, it's obviously some sort of commercial dimensions and more than 5,000 square meters, an acre of land, then you're not going to get the main private residence relief on that either. Um, if if an expat buys a property just to make a profit, holds it and sells it to make that profit, you're not going to get the main home relief on that. So for expats, it's about them being their main home in the UK. Um, so what I should say as well is, if it's exclusively used for business, you're not going to get your main residence relief. So if you're working from home and you've got a home office or you've got a lodger, that's not going to affect your private residence relief. It's only if it's fully rented out on a residential contract or business contract or used for business purposes. So what about how can expats get that private residence relief? Well, you could. Now, first of all, you've got to meet those key criteria. It's not going to have a business use, including renting, and it's not going to be a vast land ownership. It's not just something you buy to sell 5 years later for a profit. But if it's genuinely kept as a family home long term while you're an expat, then we believe that it can still be your home in the UK, and qualify for private residence relief. And when you dispose of that property, even if you're abroad, you still have to do a capital gains tax return to get that assessment. And there's no reason why you can't argue that it's been your main home in the UK. And as long as you meet the criteria where there's no renting involved, no business use involved, and the size of the property is not just an investment property, then it should meet that criteria. So something worth considering. And if you want help and guidance on selling or gifting your property within the family, or selling it to a third party, and completing the capital gains tax return that's now due on all property sales in the UK, to avoid an 18 or 28% capital gains tax, you can contact us at productpartnership.com.